And hey everybody, it's Cassie and Black Cloak. Welcome back to another Resident Evil Resistance video. And today we're going to be talking about the massive update to the game. They came out on July 9th. Yeah, that's when it went active for me, Thursday night. I haven't had a chance since then to sit down and dig into the update until now. Messed around with some of the stuff we're going to be talking about, pretty much everything, and then taking a look at specifically Spencer and what they've done with him. So I'm going to go in here real quick and run down all the new stuff. So all the masterminds and survivors got a new third skill tree option on all their skills. For Birkin, or for Annette here, she gets a Beastmaster with Birkin, where it'll spawn a dog next to him every 15 seconds. That does go against your creature cap, so keep that in mind. She gets a genetic mutation, a new skill called Defense, where each buff on a creature will also reduce the damage taken. Comes in very handy. For Zombie Apocalypse, she gets Ambush. Creatures stand up immediately after spawning, and are invincible for a longer duration. Just absolutely insane. She gets this great Enhanced Vapor Healing item for her special card in Area 2. And in Area 3, she can get a double Tough Zombie for 5. So, not bad, actually. Daniel, his new stuff, which I don't have unlocked yet because I only got Daniel to rank 26, but he gets Intercept with Tyrant, where he will automatically grab someone trying to run by him and throw him to the ground, much like Mr. X does in Resident Evil 2. For his Bloodlust passive, he gets a new option called Frenzy, where the creatures move a lot faster. Is that just controllable creatures? Yeah, just controllable creatures. And for Puppeteer, he gets Invincible, where the zombie he takes over is temporarily invincible, just like it sounds. New cards he get is Overclock, where he gets a Bioenergy bump, but he's unable to recover Bioenergy for a short time. So it's kind of like, hey, I'm already out of Bioenergy, I'm going to pop that. I get some there, and after I spend it, I'm still out for a minute. So it just lasts for about, I think, 5 or 6 seconds until you can start recovering Bioenergy, so not too bad. And then he gets Caltrops for his Area 3 card, which basically go in a big area about the size of Martin's new mine, which we'll go over to, is basically anyone that walks through there or runs through any survivors, they take damage. So, moving on to Alex. Oh man, she got some good stuff. Toxic, so for Yat, she can actually have a shorter cooldown, and whenever the Yat dies, it'll leave behind a infectious gas thing for about 5 or 6 seconds. For Biohazard, she gets Mutation. Infected survivors emit infectious gas that affects nearby teammates. Basically, it makes the survivors, when they get infected, they can actually transmit the virus if anyone's too close to them. So, all you survivors going up against Alex will have to social distance. Veil for traps for Residents of Evil. She gets a camouflage for her traps, basically. Area 2 card is a camouflaged detonator. Nothing major there. Now this is the cool one, and why I'm going to actually level Alex up again, because I thought I was done with her. Which I have an Alex video from before the update coming soon. Be on the lookout for that. Machine gun infection. This thing is cool. I've seen footage of this where basically it's a machine gun that will take time off of them, and it will raise their infection level, but it doesn't do any actual physical damage. So you won't kill them with this, but you will suck a lot of time off of them, and you will infect them to hell. If you spray a crowd of survivors with this, they're all bunched up. They are going to just go to level 3 infection very quickly after a few shots. So there's that. Spencer. Okay, yeah, this is, I'll come back to Spencer in a second. We're going to look at him before we go into his match. For Nikolai, he gets Extermination, which basically for the Nemesis, while he has his rocket launcher out, he's invincible and it does more damage. Predator, he basically automatically tracks infected survivors, which combos with his new firearm specialty, which makes all firearms infectious. So once we get Nikolai level, ranked up, he's going to be a monster. He gets the sniper mod, which basically lets while it's in hand, the firearms don't have a timer. They still have ammo limits, but you can have it on there for 5 minutes if you want, until you run out of ammo or they break it. For his new Area 3 thing, he gets the AP Gator. It's like a big, high caliber, one shot, almost like an elephant gun. So if you got him tracked and have running increased damage, I've seen people claiming this will like one-shot Val in the head. So it does a massive amount of damage. But you only get one round with it and it's gone. So let's go look at the survivors real quick, and we're gonna go over. Let's look at Jill because I've actually got her ranked up enough to have all of her shit. So she gets the Hot Dogger as a new option for her Stars Armory. It's the same thing from the single player game from Resident Evil 3 Remake that you can buy out of the store, the reward shop. It's a Hot Dogger. It's a flame knife. It will actually, when you have it out, you can actually also counter grabs with it, much like you can with Stars Armory or the breakaway B&E specialist here, where you can break grabs from the front with a knife. For Dash, she gets even more of a speed boost. Jill is now a speedrunner for sure. When you dodge, you get a temporary speed boost for about 4 or 5 seconds every 10 seconds when you dodge. She now has a locksmith option or master key where when her Stars Armory is charged, she can actually pick locks now. She doesn't have to break down doors. She can actually pick the lock, which is cool. That should have been in the game from the start with Jill because that's her thing, is lock picking. She's the master of unlocking. Running gun for Delta Force increases movement speed while aiming, so another movement speed buff with Jill. So yeah, she's pretty nasty now. But let's go ahead and start looking at the other survivors. So Valerie gets enhancing, where she restores nearby teammates' health for a set duration and basically gives them a free yellow herb with her heal. Now she can mark cameras along with objects and items and increases the damage that the cameras take. For her biochem expertise, she gets basically a yellow herb bump. So yellow herbs and enhancing sprays do even more for her. So she can now do more melee damage than pretty much anybody in the game. Valerie is now able to destroy traps without it triggering their effects when she shoots them. So she can shoot traps and not blow them up. Jan, she gets EIS lockdown, which basically means that the Mastermind cannot use the EIS system to lock doors, turn off lights, interact with the shields in the prison on the biocores. So now the trade-off is she has to give up either camera lockdown or interference. So this is like that's her ultimate, so that's a big investment. Malware, now this is really sneaky, this is devious. So she can put a virus in the camera, so when you try to play a card out of it, it'll actually break the camera, you spend the bioenergy, and you don't get the card you're trying to play. So it's really messed up. Anti-armament greatly increases damage dealt to cameras when active firearm attachments. So basically, when she shoots at cameras that have a gun on them, it does increase damage. And for Cyber Monday, now this one's really bad. Pharmacy makes all recovery items available at the armory. So basically, every area, she can also, on top of everything else, buy a cure infection spray, an enhancing spray, and a first aid spray out of the box, on top of everything else, and it gives her 1 per area. So she can buy up to 3 of each, from what I've seen. Tyrone, now this is the bad one. Oh man, this is crazy. Okay, so his skill, Fever Seal, his new one is Rapid Response. He gives a movement speed buff to nearby teammates when Rally is active. So not only does he reduce their damage, he also gives them extra movement speed. Sidekick, it allows you to use a powerful sidekick that deals major damage but dramatically increases cooldown. So it's a 30-second kick, but it actually does a lot of damage. For his Firefighter, he now has weapon handling, reduces melee durability depletion, so he can actually do melee damage longer. And he can always crits on anything on the ground. So the Tyrone, like just keeping people pinned to the ground now, is even worse. Now here's the really bad one. This one is the one that's really aggravating. Elusive, cannot be grabbed by most creatures while running. So Speedrun Tyrone can now run by almost anything without getting grabbed. Absolutely, it's disgusting. Okay, so Sam, he gets a crit boost to his Fist of Iron, and it stacks with successive hits. So his boxing can now do a lot more damage. He gets a speed loader for his dash punch, so this helps him with using firearms. Sam did need that. He was kind of rough and trying to use guns with him. Unstoppable, cannot be knocked back by most attacks while using fist or melee weapon. Not sure exactly how much that's going to work, how handy it's going to be. Maybe against bioweapons if it works against them, we'll see. And for Adrenaline, he gets Attrition, where it reduces the cooldown of Fist of Iron by Fist of Iron for 5 seconds when a creature or bioweapon is hit by Dash Punch. So Sam is now even more disgusting than he was before. Martin. Okay, so the big takeaway here, Martin's flash baton can now blind cameras if you have it set up for that. So as great as Martin was, he's even better now because he can blind the mastermind. Makeshift mine, he gets a signal jammer. Once he can actually create a buffer area around the mine where the mastermind cannot place creatures, traps, anything like that inside of it. He can put them outside and the creatures can go into it, but he can't spawn a trap or creature inside of that radius. And I think it lasts for about somewhere around like 7 to 10 seconds, something like that. His new life hack is bulletproof. He takes reduced damage from firearms because of his clothes, and now he will not trigger traps even when running. So even if he runs over a trap now, if he doesn't see it, it won't go off if you have this. So a little bit of extra insurance with Martin. So Martin is now basically just says, you know, fuck everybody, fuck all the masterminds. He doesn't care. Now, this is disgusting. Bullet Storm, headshotting creatures extends skill duration by 3 seconds per hit. Now, that alone isn't so bad. That's rough, but now it gets even worse. With this, when in Sentry Stance, she gets greater knockback, and notice this last little bit here. I'm sorry, hang on, let me go back. Headshotting enemies removes 4 buffs. So Becca can now completely debuff an entire net horde by headshotting each one of them. It can remove all 4 buffs: Energy Leech, Berserk, Regen, and Infection gone when she headshots anything from Sentry Stance. Disgusting. Disgusting. Eagle Eye. Greatly increases damage dealt by critical hits. You know, that I would expect. That's something, but I mean, that's basically she can do the same shit Val can do, but better now. It's ridiculous. Causes traps destroyed by firearms to drop a small amount of ammo. Whatever. Okay. Not a big deal, but some of that stuff is pretty rough. I mean, so Survivor's got a huge buff in this patch. Now, let's talk about Spencer. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Spencer, and then I'm going to show you some matches with this new build, kind of tweaks that I've used to my existing build, change a few things. So D-Field, it now has the option for Refract, where spawns disintegration fields in a set direction, max of 8 field space permitting. They last for extremely short duration. This is basically like a cascade of D-Fields, like a moving cascade that will go bum 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 bum. I'll show you in the practice mode before we jump to the matches. I'm still running a defense system here because I'm still running the super cores, but his new thing is mod efficiency. It reduces mod card cost by 3, also spawns an EM shield for 1 second when a mod card is used. So when you play off a mod card, it will actually it'll actually give you a shield for just 1 second. Now, for his bioactivation, he now has an option called Battery, which this is the first thing to actually get me to switch off of using Recharge ever. Increases Bioenergy cap by 10. Each mod card in hand will also speed up Bioenergy Recharge. Now this is where the new build deck comes in, because of the battery. Now you did read that right. Spencer can now, with his passive active, hold up to 20 Bioenergy. 20! Now, that means I have to give up being able to lock doors, turn off lights, and all that to farm Bioenergy with him. I basically have to just let it naturally build up. However, with this, if you notice, it says each mod card in hand also will speed up Bioenergy recharge. So anytime that I have a mod card in hand, it gives me that much more Bioenergy, which we're going to keep that in mind when we look at the deck here in a minute, before we jump into a game. New Area 2 card. He finally has a good Area 2 card. Invulnerability Anchor deploys a device which projects energy tethers to nearby creatures, granting them temporary invincibility. Lasts until disabled. Alright, so... Alright, Black Cloaks. So that is a... basically what that means is, while you fire this down and it's attached to the creatures, and the camera is active. Now, you can't play their cards while this is running for its 60-second timer, but during that time period, or until the camera is broken or you disable it yourself, the creatures that it's attached to cannot take damage. So they can literally just gnaw on people that get too close to them, and they can dump all the ammo they want into them. They can try to beat on them all they want. They won't take damage for that time period. His new Area 3 thing is not really great. It's a full shuffle mod, so basically anytime you play a card that's not a mod, it'll shuffle all the other cards out and redraw them. kind of not really useful if you think about it, because it's really going to just... Oh, and I'm running the same equipment, Enhanced Brain 3, the Bulletproof Glass 3, the Unstable Generator, and the Fresh Blood 3. And Enhanced Brain is my new change in this, which is, I believe I covered in my some of my videos, which may not be up yet, but there you go. Now for the deck here, what I'm running is one of the new mods, which I don't have all these cards because a lot of them are tied to masterminds I don't have leveled up yet. But we've got the Viral Mod Energy Leech, which basically makes your this basically makes your cost for creatures +1 on every creature, but they all spawn in with Energy Leech already on them when they spawn in. So anything you lay down, you get Energy Leech with. Same thing with this thing, except it's Berserker. So I've got this, the Efficiency Mod Creatures, and I've got the Generator Mod Small in my hand now. Basically, I'm running 3 mods in the deck at all times, and that means that I get really high energy regeneration. Let's see what else we got. Do we have any more? Oh, you know, I'm gonna change these back to the pineapple. I don't like those stupid. Okay, no, I don't have any new cosmetics. Alright, but let's go take a look in... I'm going to show you this in practice mode real quick before we jump over to a game. This new D-Field thing is just... Oh, it's fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump into downtown real quick just so I can show you this. And this build is much slower to get going than my old build, but by the time Area 3 rolls around, it's worth it. Because you just have so many creatures with Energy Leech on them, and you're building them up, because by that point you definitely should have all 3 of the mods in your hand, if not even more from a supply zombie. I think there's matches in here where I pick up a large generator mod, and I keep playing off the small one just to keep the better energy regen, because it's almost like having infinite bioenergy at a certain point, because you just can, you know, once you get built up to 12 creatures and they start tearing everybody up, you get a lot of energy leech back. It's just crazy. Alright, so let's take a look at this here. So check this out. Okay, so you notice this is the cascading point. So I'm going to have to basically yeah, okay. So these are the way it's going to go. It's going to go that way. If you see on the bottom, there's a little arrow pointing toward that door. That's which way the cascade's going to go, and it's going to reach from there to there. So when we lay it down, watch what happens.
Your heart beats faster. Your breathing quickens.
Oh my god, I love it. I so love it. Watch again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love it. I mean, I've been finding myself coming into practice mode just to mess with this. It's great. I mean, good luck outrunning that. Let's check it out again.
A better death than your peer, but
what, Sam? Oh, man. Oh, Sam, too bad, bro. I mean, it's going to take some use to get it, you know, getting it in practice, but you know, doing an actual match. But it's oh, it's fantastic.
The data I harvest.
Oh, cause look, they're full D fields too, man. It's crazy. And notice all the bioenergy too. Let's actually try to play off some of these cards here so that we can. Okay, so now we got all of them up, and yeah, it doesn't matter because they've got the auto recharge on, so.
Your heart beats faster. Your breathing quickens. The virus stirs inside you.
It'll go through doors and walls! What? I didn't even realize that. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, so come on. Okay, so let's go to let's go to a game,
Virus
and I'll see you guys there.
Changes in your family.
Okay, alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump into a match here, and yeah, this is something I have, this is what I pre-recorded, of course. I'm just going over, making sure I've got note of what I've got in the build that I'm using for this video, showing the deck here. Basically, it's what I went over in the intro video here. So, yeah, we've got an infectious zombie, tough zombie, dog, and a dealer. I got the turret rifle, and then the 3 mod cards, and I got the Berserker Mist, because I have figured out that actually covers the whole map. So it's not just out of that one camera or that one room. It basically hits every creature you got on the map, at least as of when I was recording this. So, okay, so we're getting ready to get started here, and we're going to go ahead and jump into a round. Now, I haven't done any notes or anything for this, so I'm just reviewing it here. So we got a Val, a Jill, a Martin, and a Jan. We're going to see some of their new skills and stuff come into play in these matches, so it's going to be nice. I believe most of these players are of level. I think the Martin might be the low B on the team. But yeah, there's plenty of so much new stuff to go over. It's like a whole new meta for this game, the whole new ball game. So like everything, you know, pretty much everything we were doing before is going to be invalid now because there's so many more new options. I'm still keeping the super cores though, because I still think that's a good investment, at least as of right now. But I might, you know, decide to give those up in favor of something different. But we'll see. As of this, right now I'm running them. I've still got the same core strength setup that I had in my other build. So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and start out here, and let's see how we're going to tackle this. So I did lock that door just to delay them, so there's no point in, I didn't get any bioenergy for it, you notice. So we're going to go ahead and burn that, and put Berserk on everything, and put a dog down. Now notice I've got 2 of my mods out, so my energy recharge is getting there. I don't have the 3rd one out yet. So I don't think I have the energy leech one out in my hand yet because yeah, I haven't got the increase in the cost. I'll have to wait till I can see the deck again to see if it's there. I'm not sure which one I had out. No, I do have that one. I just don't have the... yeah, okay, I don't have the small generator mod out yet. Okay, so yeah, these things do all have energy leech then. Yeah, there goes a liquor for the preset, so we're got a dealer there. Because notice that the efficiency mod creatures now basically offsets that +1 cost for them all starting with energy leech. And I don't have to worry about loading and unloading the needle to give it to them. So while I am spending more bioenergy overall, that also helps me getting the energy recharge. So it's a good synergy with that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put a tough zombie down there. And that does mean I have only 1 card at a time I can play if I have all 3 mods out. So at points it's better to like maybe play off the small generator mod card to have options to spam more creatures if you need to. In fact, I think in this round or in either this round or the other one, you're going to see me do that. I'm going to play that card off a couple of times just to get it out of my hand, because I know I'm going to regenerate so much energy with the damage the creatures do with the energy leech and the just general way the passive works. But okay, so yeah, I didn't have a chance to stop him there. Yeah, I wasn't really playing at my best either right here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put the rifle down, let it eat some time off of them. Yep, see, there was the virus. See, Jan put a virus on that camera. When I tried to play that dog, it triggered. So it broke the camera. I lost 2 bioenergy. I didn't get the dog. So that was, you know, that's the impact of the virus. So that's a very powerful skill for her. Alright, so I get an infectious boy down. And I believe I got that same card right back again, which is weird. So I think Jill killed the... Nope, still there. Okay, now it's dead. So I think at this point I'm just going to let him... I'm just going to leave him be up here, and I think there is one of them that's still up here I can mess with. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to sit here and just wait and run out some time. Yeah, okay, so there goes Jan. Okay, yeah, now Martin, I believe, is the one who's lagging. He's kind of running behind here. So they're just, you know, wasting time. Jan burned her ult, so I can't use the... Yeah, see, I was looking to see if I had any voice lines. Nope. Nothing I can mess with them with. Then there comes Martin. Okay, so they're going to be going into Area 2 with 5 minutes and 14 seconds. That's fine. like I said, this isn't like the blitz build that my other one was, where I could just go around, build up bioenergy, put some stuff down, and then go cycle it back, and then just keep cycling it till I have everything full. It's kind of slow though. This is for sure an Area 3 build. Okay, so yeah, now I got the large generator mod, so I'm going to waste 4 to drop the small one because I'm getting a better recharge off that other mod, and it still counts as a mod card in my hand for the purposes of the passive, I believe. So I'm getting a much better recharge rate. I wish I had a full generator mod like that you could unlock, but no. It's kind of nice to have a use for that small generator mod card again, though. So much of the early Spencer game was using that card. It really did help before I had anything better. Anyway, so I'm going to go over here to where Yorick is. I'm going to jump into him. I'm going to move him over here to where his friends are that I put down in the other room. To make them have to fight them along with him to kill him. Once again, don't want to make it easy. I want to try to drain everything I can from them. I want to make them work as hard as possible. So they, exhaust themselves against the creatures and the biocores in Area 3. And I haven't done the best job of that in this round. So they're coming in here. And I'm going to go ahead and put some other stuff down. I want to make them have to deal with as much as I can besides Yorick. I got the anchor on Yorick, the vulnerability one. I can't get into Yorick because he's out of the camera range, so I keep trying to jump into this guy and not really being too useful with him. Oh yeah, okay. I was going to bite Val here, but she got me with the counter. So she has the counter attack with the grenade. And there goes the dealer running after somebody. Just charging across there. I love it. Alright, so got the camera back up. I believe they're going to be looking to... Yeah, they've already killed Yorick, so they're over there at the... Let me see. Try the cascade. Doesn't work out. Oh, I got one person. I got Jan somehow. I'm not able to get Valerie here. I believe she's going to get the terminal. Yep, because the zombie went after Martin instead, of course. And the dealer's taking forever to stand up, even with the Enhanced Brain 3 on. Going after her. I definitely missed the jump. Dealer gets killed. Go up here to the camera. Put down the rifle. Does it actually lock on? Yeah, okay, so for once it actually does what it's supposed to do. It interrupted her, and then I'm going to have to jump out of it here so I don't get the time. Put on the shield, and I'm going to drop the teleport trap here out of the supply zombie. I don't believe it does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, Martin is going to disarm it because they have a Martin. Fuckers. Alright, so they got that terminal, and we're going into, the third one now. And, alright, so we got them coming here. Alright, so I'm just trying to cycle out of stuff here to try and figure out, get to something I can stop them with. Once again, I know they're going to get through this. This build doesn't really kick into the third area. So we're going to wait for them to get up here. I'm going to put a dealer down to try and mess them just a little bit, see if I can take a couple of credits from them. It's not going to work out, though, because they're moving very fast. They're on me before I can stand up, and they're moving on. Now, luckily, they didn't kill me, so I didn't get any time off of them for that. I basically just wasted the bioenergy. So, but they didn't get the 10 seconds. So they're going 6.5 minutes into Area 3. And now we're going to see, actually, I believe this is the first game that I played with this build. So, I can't remember if this is the first or second one I recorded, but it's going to be, this is me just getting used to it. Okay, and yes, we're going to go ahead and jump over here and start trying to put a swarm down. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and start getting stuff set up before I bother hitting the elevator. Because once again, I no longer get bioenergy for it, so I think at this point I might play off that card, that generator mod card. At some point I'm going to have to get rid of it so I can spam more creatures. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. So you want to hold on to as much as you can when it's practical, but not to the point where it doesn't make sense anymore. Sometimes you got to know when to let go of those minor advantages to actually have a better strategy. So now I've actually got quite a bit going here because I got hypercharged, and this is where I say this is an Area 3 build. So now it's kicking into where I can be holding up to 20 bioenergy, hit hypercharge, and play a bunch of stuff for like 1 or 2 points apiece. So I can get just huge swarm of shit going for like real quick, because I was able to get a defense up once hypercharge hit, just, you know, going. All right, so we got yeah, so she's trying to hit the biocore and also trying to move the elevator. So she's trying to get out of here because she knows she can't fight off these invincible creatures. And then we are going to, I believe, send the elevator back down for her. Yeah, she's got her ultimate down. Saw it go in there. Shooting at the camera. Okay, and so now we're gonna go, yeah. Now, yeah, Jane was attacking the camera, but I believe I got rid of her by using the elevator. Yeah, so there, that was before I noticed the directional indicator on the ground. I should have been facing the other way. I would have got her. So that was my bad for not paying attention. But hey, this was a, you know, kind of a sweaty match, actually. Up until this point that I really started catching up. So you notice I'm actually starting to drain their time now. They've got one of them over here working on the biocore this whole time, and she's done no damage to it at all, really. Because I keep just swarming it with enemies. And yeah, once again, just playing creatures off till I can get them like berserk everything on the map, including the lickers that were on the preset. I believe there's a point I might have passed already where if you are watching on the lower end, you can actually see the lickers going after their teammates down there. That's why they're not both, the other two aren't up here. But Martin is up here with her now, and they're starting to go after the biocore. So they've actually done some damage to it now. It's almost done, that first core, and they have actually wiped out a good amount of the mobs that I put up here too. So they've spent a lot of resources on that for just two of them, and the other two have been down there trying to fight those lickers off, which are probably also giving them down the road. Okay, so yeah, there went the first biocore, but if you notice, they're still getting torn up over here. So, but I'm going to go ahead and jump over the next biocore and start setting up a defense here. Play the berserk spray off to get it out of the way. Start putting out a dealer and a dog. Another mist for berserk. So go ahead and starting to get seed grenades coming here. I put down the turret, then they started shooting the camera. So I went ahead and jumped back out of it just to, one, cycle the deck, and two, hopefully not give them the 20 seconds. So they're going ahead and putting down everything. Now these two are actually a lot more capable than Martin and Val were to take down the creatures and keep up the fight. So one of them's got an EQ11, I believe, that they're still unlocking the camera with, but I'm going to keep fighting it back up. And we're, yeah, okay, so yeah, you notice there's a, yeah, so here's where the let's see, do I get it right? Yeah, okay, so I think nope, yeah, I do. Okay, so I get that right. So at least the right direction. I believe I got Jill with it there at the very end, and she went down. And we're gonna go ahead and look here. Yeah, so there's the hypercharge again. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the invincibility anchor on this dude. Looking at the map to see where everybody is, because I know they're not all up here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that because it doesn't make sense anymore. I need to go ahead and get more creatures up. Shield the camera. I think I'm gonna drop a turret here. Yeah.
You didn't think I would let you have this, did you?
Yeah, so what happened, man? They had like 6.5 minutes. They were doing so well. And now they have a minute left, and they're not doing so well. So yeah, that was, so as you can see, this is, and this whole time, keep in mind I'm recovering bioenergy. Anything that's attacking them is giving me bioenergy back. I'm also rebuilding it naturally with the enhancements on the, you know, the passive and the reactor, plus on top of that, the normal, you know, generation bump from the mod in my hand. So look at that, I'm already almost back up to 20 bioenergy. Oh my goodness, so yeah, I can now just spawn a bunch of stuff over here. I'm going to blind them, put down the turret to shoot Val. She's got her healing spray down, so that's going to keep her up, but, you know, she's also going to be losing a lot of time here, and that's it. Look at that, they're done. So even if she was to kill a mob over here, that's not going to matter. Yeah, they're toast. There we go, somebody else got bitten. Yep, there you go. Good team, they're down. So that was our first game there with the new build. So you can see that's Just
Fast enough.
atrocious hordes in Area 3 with this build and the super cores. Fantastic, hard to get by. So let's go to the next one. Alright, so this one is going to be in the prison. We got a Tyrone, another Valerie, a Becca, and a Jill. And let's see, I think one of the players I think is kind of a little bit underleveled. I think it's Tyrone. I think he's a 14 if I can see from here correctly. But yeah, this is if I remember a pretty good team here, and they're gonna try their best, and we'll see how they do. But you're also going to see some other of the new skills in play here. I believe the Jill's going to be picking locks. You're going to see Becca doing her thing with headshotting. I mean, it's all crazy. And yeah, this is the second game because I'm ranked 45 here. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I believe go and start with going to the laundry room. No, I'm going to go over here first. Put down the turret just in case someone does come this way, and then I'm going to go over here and start defending this side of the map. I want to put down some creatures here because I haven't updated my preset to move the keys around yet. I'm still using the same one, so. Oh man, I'm so bad at nailing that pounce. I need to get that claw rush down there. And I got another dealer who's bitten someone over here, so there goes 10 of their credits. Give me all your money.
Can't hit me.
Well, and Becca's shooting at the camera there. So we're going to get out of that camera for a hot minute. And
Go ahead, take it.
And here goes Jill. And I believe she got the other key from back there. I'm going to try to lock that door, but she just glitches through it somehow. Yeah, did you see that? Because I swear I locked that door, and she just like, bloop. No, that wasn't a lockpick either. I don't know what the lockpicking looks like. She actually stops and picks the lock. You don't just bypass the door. So yeah, that was a glitch or some shit. And I believe they've already, yeah, they got the key out of here already. I just don't realize that at the time. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and put a zombie down in this room near the gate. And I believe I'm going to take it over, but just not quick enough. I believe by the time I get in the zombie, one of them runs in here and starts gunning me. Yeah. She starts shooting at me. She gets 2 quick draws unloaded into me before I even get over there. And I see Jill going toward the cabinet, so I want to get over here and try to attack her. So I got a couple of swipes off on Jill with that. Not enough to make up for the time they got for killing it, and then I messed up and locked that liquor out. I should have let the liquor in here to go after him, but he actually is going to, I believe, come back into play here in a minute. Somehow. So this Tyrone's over here playing with this dog, so he's going to stay out over here. I'm going to come after him and try to do some damage to him, get some time back off of him here. So he's just running around like an idiot instead of with his team at the exit. But that's more time he wants to waste. I will take it. So yeah, he ran in here, so I'm going to swipe him a couple times. Got a couple swipes at him. And he gets away. So yeah, now he's coming up this way, and I believe he's going to wind up over there where that liquor's at, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, once again, see, I shut that door. He just runs right through it. It's bullshit. I don't know what it is with that particular door. I think it's glitched. And yep, he ran in here with the liquor. Oh yeah, he ran right by it, and then they, okay. Just lock the door. Okay, so now they're going to get an area 2, but now they've only got like a couple of minutes on the clock instead of where they would have had like, 5, 3 or 4 minutes plus the 2. So now they're still under 5. And the turret, I hate when I put a turret down and they just all start running in circles, so it confuses the turret. That is something they need to fix. The turret tracking should be better than that. It shouldn't be that easily mixed up. They need to fix that.
Hope you do not think
Alright, so I'm going over here, area 2, looking for Yorick. He's in the execution chamber. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting a mob of enemies down in here, because I have full bioenergy, where we had spent all that time chasing Tyrone around. Having to spawn much of anything. So I'm not going to use the invincibility anchor yet. I'm going to go ahead and try to get a big swarm in here. Berserk them up, and I think I'm going to go out of here and put the rifle down to cover the outside door. Yeah, because I think Jill's coming up here. Because Jill's love to run around alone. And yep, then we're going to jump into Yorick, and I'll go after this Becca here, because she's by herself. Yep, she's getting bitten by... And then she's running away. Now I'm going back this way, because this is where the safety numbers is. Yeah, but that's where the rest of the team's coming. So Jill's there with the hot dogger, Tyrone's there. I'm just going ahead and trying to do as much as I can. Now Becca has found her courage that her friends are there, and comes back in, so I'm just swiping at them, trying to take as much time as I can, spread the virus, and get some damage in. There is Becca once again. I'm swiping her, and then they finally manage to drop me. So they get the time for Yorick, and now they're going to start trying to work on the thing. So I get the, so I get the cascade for the D-field down, stop Jill, at least for the moment. I didn't get the kill, because Tyrone's ult is active. He's giving them rally to reduce the damage. Shooting at the cameras with a quick draw, let them waste their ammo before I hit the shield, and now Jill is bouncing out of there. She's got that terminal. Now I believe she's going to waste some time looking for the other terminals. They haven't found them yet. They don't know where they are on the map. So she's running around looking for them. She doesn't know where to find them. So then they're coming this way, and I think they... yeah, Becca gets here just before I can shut that door. Yeah, that's BS. And then she gets in here. I try to put this zombie down and stop her, but I'm not going to make it in time. I don't think. Nope, she just got it. I was just too slow. And yep, she's got. I think she's definitely running a skateboard. The movement speed stuff in this game is just getting ridiculous. I mean, the survivors getting to be way too fast. That's something they definitely need to look at nerfing down.
You didn't think I would let you have this, did you? Just as I planned!
Okay, so there's one terminal left, so I'm going to go over here and start trying to defend it. In a way, I kind of actually, it's easier when there's only one left to defend, because I can just put everything there. I don't have to worry about which one they're going to try to go to. I know where they're going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and give these guys the invincibility anchor. And I'm going to let it do its thing here. I'm going to go in the infirmary and start locking doors, turn off the light just to make it harder to navigate. I'm going to go and put down a dealer. Probably need to switch that dealer out. She doesn't do as well for me as I'd like. She takes forever to stand up. And she gives 10 seconds when killed. I think this dog, yeah, the dog does some good work. There we go. Dogs are a nice little substitute if you don't want to have a liquor, because the first match I tried, no, this isn't the first. This is the first match in this video was the second match I tried. The first one I lost because I had dead hands with the liquor waiting for bioenergy, because I didn't have any way to discount it or get rid of it. And it was, it cost me the first match because I just wasn't able to get the horde going. Alright, so they're going to move on to Area 3 here, but they've only got 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, and they're still losing time. Yep, there went 30 because Val died, and Tyrone's getting tackled and bitten here by the dog. There's 10 seconds there for its bite on him. What do we got here? Yep, there goes another one toward Becca. She's shooting the camera, and Tyrone finally kills the dog. Yeah, that's fine. Shoot at the camera. I'll go over here. I'm just, letting the time run. They're on overtime, and there we go. So they're going into Area 3 with no Jill because the Jill disconnected. I forgot about that. She rage quit. And the or now that might have actually been because she was running the hot dogger. I've been hearing reports on Reddit and some Facebook groups about the hot dogger causing Jills to disconnect a lot. Apparently, something with that particular item, there's a bug. So, if you're a Jill player, if you're a Jill main, keep that in mind. The hot dogger may cause you to get booted out of matches. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I haven't played Survivor since the update. So. Now this, I was trying to estimate when they were going to come running up. I was trying to catch them running into that cascade, but they were, I saw Val's thing go off, so I thought they were coming. I hit the button. I was a little too early. All right, so we're going over here to the Biocore, start putting down some stuff just to get an initial defense going. Berserk everything on the map, put down the turret. They're down to like 11 seconds. I mean, if they do get over here, they're not going to be able to do much. Now they're picking up some time from somewhere though. 30 seconds. Yep. Okay. Yeah, they're fighting the stuff up in the hallway. Okay, that's right. Yeah. So I've got some. There must be some mobs that made their way up there. Now they're shooting the camera. Well, somehow I was able to save that one. All right. So then there goes that camera. Luckily, I've got the next camera in sequence is viable. Put the invincibility anchor on them from there, make sure they're covered, and then I'm going to come back over here, repair that camera, and start putting down some more creatures. Excuse me. So now they're in overtime. And now at this point, I'm really going to try to, yeah, okay, so by the time the overtime's running out, I was able to get them back into nothing because of a bite, so that's over. Alright, so yeah, that's the new Spencer that I got so far, and all the coverage for the update, so thank you guys for stopping by, Black Cloaks, and we'll catch you in the next experiment. Bye.